Y'all, welcome back to the channel. I'm Lady Nika, and if you haven't looked at, please go over and check out my love and hip hop review. I did season 3 episodes 1 and episodes 2. Kind of a long video, but y'all know what to do. Chop it up, come hit it on the watch now, and come back. However you gotta do it. But we're here to talk about a new show that Tyler Perry has brought to the TLC channel on Monday nights at 8 o'clock, honey, Central Standard Time. That is. Check your local listings for the time in your area. But it's called Too Close to Home. And child, what I tell you, this gonna be interesting. I kind of like it a little bit, so we're gonna talk about it. Of course, it does have some of the Tyler Perry isms that some people find to be annoying, but he did, he brought it. It's kind of like it giving me Scandal, House of Cards type old tease. Okay, it's the South. It's when Washington D.C. meets up with Trailer Park Community of the South. Okay, we start episode. He actually did the kind of like Mother O did with Greenleaf. He premiered the episode last night on TLC, and we were able to see episode 1 and episode 2. So I'm gonna give them to you. Episode 1 is entitled "Dangerously Close," and it starts off with this girl by the name of Anna. Okay. Like I said, it's low-key scandal type of show, but I enjoyed it. Well, Anna is, that's the name that she has taken on. Her name is actually Annabelle, but of course, she has moved on from Happy, Alabama, where she hailed from, and she is now a political science major, interning at the White House. She also happens to be the side piece of somebody very influential, and we'll get to it as I get into the review. Okay, child. Now Anna done left Alabama about 3 years ago. She lying about her past. She don't want people to know she came from humble beginnings. She's lying to them, saying that I think she said her mom is a lawyer and her dad is a college professor at Harvard. Switch them around. That's the careers. I just don't know if I put it on the right parent. Okay, she talking about they got all this buku money. Her parents helped her get this job as an intern at the White House. We see her meet up with some friends. She meet up with one friend. Her name is Valerie. Also, the gay couple of the episode, Dex and Victor, are the other two friends she's meeting up with them. And I think Valerie was, one of them was asking her something about some summer home. Child, she steady lying, talking about her folks in the south of France. She was kind of upset because, she had got a message saying her dog was left home by himself and all this. So that's why she was having issues earlier. Now, she get there and, Valerie is trying, we meet this cutie, I think his name was John. And they trying to get her to go dance with him or whatnot, and she kind of acting kind of fickle about it. She don't want to be interested in him at all. Well, as friends do, they bullshitting around, and Valerie happened to snap the picture of her and John together, and child, Valerie act like she was Anna act like she was an abused woman or something. She was like, I'm just kidding with you. Y'all ought to go out there and dance. But, baby, she is upset that this girl had snapped that picture and posted it on social media. She said, you don't have no idea what you just did. And she hightails it up out of there. Then the scene flips to a man sitting in a chair actually looking at Anna's social media. He's seeing pictures and stuff like that. And then it flips on to her actually arriving at her condo that she's living in. And her friends pull up. They in a cab. They came to check on her, make sure she was all right. She like, did you delete that picture? She said, yes, it was just a joke. She said, well, you just don't do that kind of stuff. I don't like that, okay? While they having that conversation, across the street comes this guy, and we later learn that his name is JB. He calls her Annabelle, which immediately startles her because no one in D.C. should be calling her Annabelle. If she being called Annabelle, that's because it's somebody from back home, and we all know she ain't trying to have no memories of back home. The friends like who this is, she talking about nobody important. She pretty much shoot them on out. And JB begins to ask her questions like, we've been calling you. She said, yeah, I know, I've been busy. He was like, you're not going to help us. You up here living good and all of this, and we down here struggling, and you're not going to bother to pick up the phone and see, what you can do to help your mom and your sister. Child, she was like, I don't have any money right now. That's the reason why I haven't been returning calls. I work a lot. Plus, I'm in school. Well, he said, well, I did some research. I did a little research, and I found out that this condominium apartment you have is like $4,000 a month. Now, if you ain't got no money, where that coming from? She said, I'm broke, and that comes from student loans. You wouldn't understand it. He ain't trying to hear this shit, okay? He ain't buying it. He want her. She want him to leave, but he throwing it at her. You act like you don't want to help your family. It's struggling, yet you're doing good. She started saying she ain't got no money. Well, she tired of talking to him, and in the book of her mind, she can't help them, so she goes to walk off to leave to go in her building. JB is trying to stop her, talking about, hold up, girl, let me talk to you. And she trying to tuggle away from him when this man appears out of nowhere and asks her, is she all right? Now, I don't know if that was Secret Service because she worked in the White House, or was that the security of the building. But that allowed her to say, yeah, I'm fine, and run her ass on up in her apartment. She get up in that condo apartment, honey. She gets immediately on that phone with that man that we saw watching her social media. He upset with her. He said, I've been calling you all day. She said, I know, I've been kind of busy. He said, well, who is this guy that you took a picture with? She said, that nobody. The picture's been removed. I'm sorry about that. I know you upset, but that was just my friend being silly. He said, oh, okay, well, what about that man that was out front that you just got through talking to? And that's when she realized he is indeed having her followed again. And she mentioned that. He ain't say nothing. He just told her that upsets him when she not 100 with him. And she apologizing her ass off, child. And I'm like, who in the hell is she sleeping with in the White House? I got a suspicion, but I don't know yet. So I'm like, okay. We're going to see how this shit going to fuck. I said, whoever she fucking with is allowing her to have a $4,000 condominium apartment that they pay for, okay? So, let's go to the White House. And the president's having this meeting with someone. Now, I'm assuming it's Anna's responsibility to make sure that he gets the name proper and that everything goes smooth. Well, problem number one, her phone started going out. Problem number two, she didn't get the names right, so he kind of was in an awkward position with press in front of him, not quite knowing the name of the person that he was having the meeting with. So that pissed him off. When they leave out of there, we find out president's name is Tom. And his wife is being played by none other than Heather Locklear. Back in the 90s, she was a very nice looking woman. I don't know if it's age, bad Botox, bad plastic surgery, that she look all swole up like that, but she used to be a very, very beautiful girl, okay? Those of us old heads remember her from some shows back in the 90s, okay? Well, after the press leave, he scolded the shit out of Anna for fucking it up. And wife say to him when she leave, you didn't have to do that to her like that. If you feel like she ain't doing her job, then you should just relieve her of her duties. Or better yet, let someone else deal with her, because why would you, sitting in the Oval Office as the man who runs this country, be concerned to this degree with some intern? He say that, he got that under wraps sometimes. He got to just handle it like he got to handle it. And I'm thinking to myself, girl, I'm starting the picture. I'm starting to formulate a picture. I'm formulating the picture. Now, let's go down to Alabama, where she's from. And we meet Bonnie. That's Anna's sister. She seems to be the more responsible one. And she's down there in Alabama caring for their sickly mother. Have drug-addicted sister, Shelby. And she actually is in her home taking care of Shelby's son, Matt. And it was two other little girls there. I don't know if those was hers. I assume they are. Well, she gets a visit from this guy named Brody. Apparently, Brody daddy is the person that they rent these trailers from, her and her mom. And he there because his dad been sick with Alzheimer's, making him have to kind of take over the business, and a part of it is collecting the rent. So he there. Now she late on that rent. He telling her, look, I'm trying to give you an opportunity here to be able to pay your rent, but with my dad being sick, I'm having more responsibilities to take on. I'm gonna need you to do better than that. She's saying, I am. You know, business was slow, but I'm back down at the diner and everything, so it's gonna be all right. Here your rent money in its entirety. He went to counting. She said, my rent is all there. He said, what about your mama rent? She said, I gave mama the rent and she done seemed to misplace it, but I'm gonna go over there and find that check, and as soon as I find it, I'm gonna make sure I get it to you. He said, okay, but you want to do better than this. And she, of course, is agreeing. He just real irritated. And we find out he used to date her sister, Anna, the one that done hightailed it to Washington, D.C. and living lifestyles of the rich and famous. He used to date her. Well, she up and hightailed it, and it seemed like he got an attitude or something like that, okay? Bonnie say, look, Brody, how about I come over in the evening time sometime and sit with your dad, giving you time to take care of whatever business you need to take care of, and also possibly, you know, offsetting some of my mama's rent and stuff. He say, well, how you going to do that when you got to take care of your own sickly mother? She say, well, JB is back. Baby, he got irritated, mad, and angry all at the same damn time. He was like, he back again? Oh, he must be up. Somebody, one of his other women put him out. It's only a matter of time before he leave again. She was like, look, he got him a job. It's consistent down there driving trucks for Dugans, and we should be able to make our rent on time. Well, he declined that offer for her to keep that daddy, and he seemed like he was pissed, but he went on. Later on, she come over to his place. She done found the rent check from her mama, right? She brought that to him, and plus she also brought him something to eat, okay? He seemed like he still was kind of standoffish with her. He was like, he didn't really want the food and thank you for the check. Well, as they were having that conversation, Daddy with Alzheimer's comes to the top of the stairwell. He done wandered out the bed. He think it's time for him to get up and go to work or go somewhere. Brody is trying to talk him into going back into his room, saying, Dad, you ain't got to do it till in the morning. He's like, no, I got to get this done right now. Well, Bonnie see he ain't really handling that situation, so she speak to him, and once he makes he recognizes who she is, she says to him, you know, we got a lot of pipe work we need done over there. You better go on and try to get you some rest, because you know how you is. You like to work, and it's gonna be a lot of work, and I want you to be prepared. That work, that kind of soothed him a little bit, and he was more susceptible to going back in there and laying back down in the bed, okay? Now, once he gone, she soothed him, and he gone on lay down. Brody now is like, how did you know that would work? She said, I didn't, I just tried something, you know. Well, now that done softened him up, and he invites her to come on in, saying that that food smelled good. She said, I know, I cooked it. So we're in the kitchen at the table and stuff, and all of a sudden I know where he kissed her. And she backs up from him. I was like, girl, I would have pulled her hair and it would have been on up in that kitchen. But I ain't mad at you, girl, because I'm going to tell you something. I ain't into pink meat, but Brody on a late night, early morning, he could get it with that long hair. I love a man with long hair. But anyway, child, he started kissing her, and she kind of pushed him away. She said, you wanted Annabelle. So you got Annabelle. He said, yeah, and she walked out of here and ain't give me another word or thought 3 years ago. I don't know who she is. She said, well, I don't know what to tell you, because that's the decision you made. Now, this is what her mouth saying. Her body saying she wanted him to grab her again, but child, okay, that could just be me, you know, flashing or whatnot up in here. I don't know. But, yeah, he say, she said, I'm with JB now. He said, I don't give a damn about no JB either. Child, I was like, okay. So you don't give a damn about JB, we understand. Okay, let me see where I'm at now. Let's go back to Washington, 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue to be exact, with the president. And he has this black lady that I assume to be either his secretary or one of his top aides to him, asking if it was anything more he needed. He said no, just close the door, and the woman leaves, and in comes Anna, once again apologizing for her phone ringing and not having the person that he was meeting with named right for him, okay? She apologized. And I'm thinking, child, okay, why the president looking at her like that? Because, child, he looked like he had two looks on his face. He had that look like, girl, I'm gonna fuck you down. But then he also gave me alternatives. So I'm like, girl, what kind of man is the president on this damn show? Is he finna fuck her up? Child, he walking around that tape, around that desk, baby, and next thing you know, they was kissing and fucking on the oval desk. Yes, God, honey. I said, Bill, Monica, Fitz, and Olivia. Kid bitch. Okay. While they fucking, for some reason, he collapsed on her. Now, First Lady had them pussy popped her ass on down there to the Oval Office because she looking for him. She want to know why he keep having all these late night meetings, okay? And Secret Service is standing there, you know, and he really ain't giving her no information. So she know he lying for the president. But she get on the phone, she talking to the little black lady, the little top aide or secretary, whichever one she is, and she lying, talking about he in the situation room. And just as she said that and bent that corner to the waiting area of the Oval Office, seen First Lady sitting right there. She said, oh, so you lying for him too? She said, well, I tell you what, we're going to just sit here and wait on him to come out. And when she said that, out comes Anna with that dress still unzipped, barefooted, looking like she done been, you know, what First Lady over there at Greenleaf say, like she was rode hard and hung out wet. That's how she come out there talking about she need help, he collapsed. So security, black secretary, and wifey all run up in there, okay? Checking on the president. They lay him out on the floor and everything, child. And I guess they must have pulled his pants up before they laid him on the floor, because we did not see him butt booty naked, and he was there because he actually passed out in mid-stroke, okay? Later on, First Lady come to Anna's apartment. Oh, bitch, the day of reckoning is here. She asking how long she been fucking her husband. She said she ain't really answer. She said that must be a big come up from a girl for a girl like you coming from Happy, Alabama. She said, I didn't see no condom in there. Were y'all using protection? And Anna said no. Shit, First Lady was ruthless. Heather Locklear played that shit. She handed that girl a goddamn morning after pill, told her swallow it, and I need you to open your mouth so I can see that you did swallow it. Because when I get through with this, I don't need no little illegitimate bastards popping up. So she goes in on the girl. She said, child, you about to find out what every girl finds out that sleeps with a powerful politician in Washington. Things ain't finna be good for you. She said, you have anything at home waiting on you? She said, no. She said, oh, that's sad. You should have had your shit together. Because she said, this is what we finna do. She said, I'm finna bring you up on charges for trying to assassinate the president of the United States. Now, Anna is now freaking out for real. Because Anna, like, I was screwing, I was not killing, I ain't premeditating, nothing like that. She said, how could you do him like that? Don't do that there. She said, you, his wife, supposed to be concerned about protecting him, not exposing him, and this ain't gonna be good. What about you and your children? She said, was you worried about me and my kids when you were screwing him? Your job was come here and intern. She said, I did. She said, oh, but was part of the job sleeping with my husband? She cracked her face again, so she couldn't say nothing. She told her, she said, girl, you don't have no idea what you just got yourself into. She said, by in the morning, you won't be able to get a job nowhere. She said, we're going to start fucking you up right now. She had Secret Service come in there and remove everything. Anna in there talking about, those are my belongings. She said, no, baby, those are not your belongings. Anna with the talking about, I tried to end the relationship. She said, I know you probably did, but he possessive, and that's why you have all of this, because he saw you as a possession, honey. You were stupid and didn't realize your role. But I'm going to help you understand your role, because, see, you finna lose all of this. I'm finna taint your name. And then, on top of that, when I leave out of here, you will be locked out of this apartment. So I don't know what to tell you, but welcome to the real world, little girl. If you think my husband was a monster, you have no idea what kind of a bitch is standing in front of you and walked her ass up out of there, and Anna was homeless. And I'm sitting here thinking, okay, you truly is making the South look bad. Because, bitch, you mean to tell me you fucking the president, the most powerful man in the United States, and you ain't got no stage, bitch? You ain't got no account put to the side where you was nest egging? How was he paying you on your intern job? I know you was getting paid because the rest of them getting paid. So you getting a check. What was you doing with that? You mean to tell me all he did was give you a beautiful apartment overlooking the city and dick you down, and that was all you got out of the deal? Girl, you really is a dumbass country hillbilly hick bitch, because a real bitch, be a country or not, would have had her nest egg to fall on. She had 3 motherfucking years to get playing her motherfucking escape, because she knew this was going to end one or two ways. Okay, so either way it goes, you're very stupid because you did nothing to protect yourself in that moment, girl. I came with you. But that was the end of episode 1. Let's roll into episode 2 entitled Alabama. Okay, and let's go back to Alabama, because we see this car pull up and drop off this girl. He hollering at her, talking about he don't want to see her no more, and she can't come back to the house or whatnot. Next thing we know, she at this trailer. It looked like the trailer that JB and Bonnie and them live in. Mama trailer next door. She beating on her mama trailer, begging her to come in, talking about she got to pee. Now, all of that commotion has now woke up Matt. And we learned that Matt is actually Shelby's son that Bonnie is taking care of, because, as we can see, this girl is nothing but a drug-addicted little slut, okay? He wake up poor Bonnie. Now, Bonnie got to go to work in the morning. She trying to keep this rent paid on 2 trailers. She got these bushel of fucking kids to take care of. Her nigga ain't reliable. Her puss really wants to go across the field over there to Brody in them house and let him do what he do. But she got the hold tight, and she trying to keep it real with old JB, so she ain't doing none of this. But all she trying to do is sleep. And for the second time, well, this is the first time that she done been woke up out her damn sleep. Matt came in and said, look, my mama next door at grandma's house beating on the door. She was like, okay, I'm going to go over there and check on it. You just go back to bed. Don't worry about it. Everything going to be okay, okay? So she go out there, and then she been in the corner to go to her mama's house. Shelby done started pissing at the bottom steps, child. She said, so we out here pissing. We just pissing like animals out here. She said, I had to pee. She wouldn't open up the door and let me in, so I had to pee. She say, mama wouldn't let you in because she ain't got no money. She said, I ain't asked for no money. She said, well, what else would you be wanting? Because that's all you come around here for. She say, you need to get yourself together. You really do need to get yourself together. She's talking about, I know I'm going to try to do better, blah, 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 blah. It winds up being that Bonnie notices not only did Ray, her boyfriend, we found his name out, put her ass out, but she is assuming responsibility for whatever it was that pissed him off that made him put her ass out, including give her a nice size coon eye over her right eye. She was like, he put me out, I don't have nowhere to go. Again, Bonnie saying, girl, you need to get yourself together. And she did what all addicts do when they don't want to be held accountable, and you calling them on their shit for how they live in their life. She went to crying, saying that she wants to do better, but she ain't got nowhere to go, and she just a fuck up. Now, Bonnie did what the average enabler does. Instead of making her standing firm in your word, bitch, you ain't staying here and you need to get your shit together. You can come and spend the night at my house, but you'll have to leave in the morning. Do not go in there talking to Matt. Just be quiet, get in here, and keep it closed. She feels sorry for her, thus enabling her to continue on this path. Because if all doors close on this girl, she gonna have to do one or two things. Either she gonna die or she gonna get her life together. And I don't think she don't look like she on the brink of death to me. Like she won't live. She just don't. She a victim of her own circumstances, if you ask me. So we take on into the trailer and we get her in the bed. We get back up in the bed and we just trying to carry our motherfucking ass to sleep, and we do. But the drama don't end, because in comes JB ass off work. And he sees Shelby laying on the couch, and he wake her up with that bullshit. What you doing up in my house? She said, this ain't your house, this Bunny house. He said, I paid the rent. She said, this month, but soon as you get back with whatever woman kicked you out, you gonna be done left her here, and she gonna be paying all the bills again by herself, thus making this my sister's house and not yours, bitch. Okay? Well, he told her, he said, what you doing here? She said, Ray put me out. Ray must be his homeboy, because he talking about, oh, my boy Ray. He say, what you do? She said, I didn't do nothing to deserve no coon now. He said, yeah, you did something. He said, you're always doing something, girl. You need to get your life together. It's unfair of you to leave your son upon us to take care of him. You need to get yourself together so you take care of your child. She started talking about, yeah, whatever. You know, I know it. I'm going to get my shit together. I got a plan. He said, what plan do you possibly have that won't end you back into the county? She said, I ain't going no county. But I got a plan. I'm going to get myself together. And you ain't going to be here. You act like you stuck with the responsibility. You in and out the door, too. He told her, get your ass out. She started changing her tune, okay? She gets trying to be nice to him and stuff, because now the old druggy bitch wants to get high again, okay? She either want to get high again or get some money so she can get high again. She started trying to be nice to him. He ain't trying to hit his shit. Next thing we know, he gets up to get ready to go get in the bed with Bonnie. She done stopped him, pulling on him, trying to kiss on him, talking about she a bigger freak than her sister. And she done dropped down to get her eagle on. And I thought she was, because, child, he let her unzip his pants, but in the 11th hour, before her lip met with the tip of his dick, he done pulled away and told her to get away from him, and he gone out the door to get in the rig. Now, instead of her leaving that shit alone, she decides she gonna go out there and talk. When she get out there, she really want to talk now, because he out there smoking on, look like a little piece of joint, and she wants some. He telling her, hell to the no, and get your ass back in the house or go somewhere, get away from me with this. Okay? Instead of her getting her ass on away from him with that, she hops in the truck talking about she'll suck his dick, and that's what she started doing, okay? I said, Lord, oh, baby, this is some good old janky ass shit. I like this old trailer park white shit. I do the black people, I'm doing the white. So we ain't gonna, we don't see color, honey. We don't see color. We live in color, but we don't see color, okay? So I'm gonna ride this motherfucking white trash just like I do them ghetto caggers and hood rats over on the VH1 network. So it's all fair in love and war, bitch, okay? Now let's go back to DC, because Valerie over the Dex and Victor place. She done told them what Anna done told her. Because see, when President fell out and she wound up leaving that damn White House, she went to the bar where her friends was, and she told Valerie in private she was sleeping with the president and that he passed out in the middle of one of their sexcapades. Immediately, Valerie wants no motherfucking parts about to this shit. She said, God, I shouldn't even know this. I don't want to be no parts of this. She said, girl, who in their right mind would do this? This is not going to end well with you. Okay? So she walked away from her. But now she is over there at Dex and Victor place. And Valerie done spilled tea what's going on. But Dex want to hear her side, because they are supposed to be friends. Valerie don't give a fuck. She fed up with this shit. She worried about their careers ending, because Secret Service gonna be questioning them about being friends with her. Baby Anna come up in there, and Valerie is over it. She said she knew that Valerie felt the way because she was the first person she had told. Anna told her, child, I'm like, girl, Valerie like, this is ridiculous. No, nothing good ever comes to this. And I was like, girl, you probably right, cause, you know, women who get caught up in these scandals don't always have a positive outcome. Look how Monica never shook back. Look how Anita never really shook back after her allegations she made toward Clarence Thomas back in the day. He still wind up being put on the Supreme Court as a justice. Bill Clinton, they tried to talk that impeachment shit, but Bill Clinton remained president the remainder of his days in office. Meanwhile, Monica and Anita they kind of floundered. You know, we don't know what went on with them, child. They ain't never get back in that spotlight the way they probably could have, and their careers were never as successful as they possibly could have been because they both tainted women in Washington. And I take it that they don't play that shit around them parts, okay? So she out the door. Valerie say, fuck this, you deal with it, I'm gone. Now, once she get out the door, Dex is trying to understand, him and Victor standing there. She's saying she need a place to stay. He said, well, why don't you call your parents? She said, I can't call my parents. He said, why? It's complicated. See, that's when he turned. Because, bitch, you standing here now needing help. And I'm trying to give you a way out. And you lying to me. It ain't complicated. You just don't want to tell me. He said, I don't have money like your parents do. Again, he brought up that mama being a high-priced attorney, doctor being a professor at Harvard. They helped you get the job. You mean tell them they can't help you keep getting no apartment? It's a flying here. But they can't help you get no, place to stay. And what happened to your apartment? Again, she talking about it's complicated. He said, well, you're going to have to call your parents because we ain't got it like that. She said she ain't had no money. He was like, I don't know what to tell you. Dick's ready to put her ass out. But Victor went into, grabbed Dick's wallet, went into it and gave her some money. He told her, he said, this is all that, we have to give right now. And I wish you well, but you can't stay your ass here. And she left. And we see her walking around trying to figure out what she gonna do, where she gonna go, because her spot blown up completely. She goes into this bar and asks to use the phone and calls none other than Brody. She called Brody, but he ain't pick up. So she looking like death becomes her, and she, that's when she meets up with old cutie from the club the night before, John. He's saying, are you still shy? She remembers him, and they wind up chit-chatting a minute. He offered to buy a drink. This bitch knows she down on her luck, back against the wind. She need that drink to try to at least calm her nerves, because I know she got to be going through it. You done been the presidential side piece for possibly 3 years. In one night, all of that came crashing in on you. And you have lied so much about your life. All the people that probably would have helped you don't want to help you because it's not making sense why you need so much when you say you had, so you come from so much. Why are you so out here like this? So she accepted the offer, and he ordered her a double bourbon. Unfortunately, the bar has already had last call, so no more alcohol being served. He said, look, I got bourbon in my house and I don't stay that far from here. If you'd like to come over, it's no problem. And she declined it. And I'm thinking to myself, bitch, why? Where you gonna go? Let's go back down to Happy Alabama, child. Bunny trying to sleep, and yet again that damn phone done rung, and it's mama. I can't breathe. I done knocked something off the bed. I don't know if I knocked a piece of this breathing machine. I'm sorry, y'all, something in my eye. But I don't know if I knocked a piece of this breathing machine out, but I need help. So she on her way over there to help mom. On the way back, she notices JB rigged there, but it's rocking like something, it's getting the rock on. She go over there, step up on that little step to look up in the truck, and when she look up in there, she see her sister riding the hell out of her mane. Child, she riding that pony, you hear me, for them drugs. She don't say nothing. She gone on back up in the house. They finish fucking. She get to asking about where the money, where the blow. He say, I ain't got neither one of them for you. She talking about, oh, you gonna give me some? I said, no, you basically just you played yourself. He ain't play you, because he told you he wasn't giving you nothing from the jump. You thought your feminine wiles would be able to convince this man to give you money and possibly drugs. Look like you want the drugs more than anything else. And now you feeling some kind of way because you ain't got played. You done fucked for nothing, child. And it looked like you used to doing that, so you shouldn't have been all that offended. But he tell her get her ass out his rig. She refused. So instead of him just opening the door to the rig and pushing her ass on out of there, he gonna get out the truck, walk around to her side. By now she done wind the window up and lock the door on both sides. He's screaming and hollering about, give me, get out my truck. and all that shit. She done been searching through his shit, found this gun and holding it up to him, making him get up off the rig completely. He get down, but he still talking shit about get out the truck. She say, I'll take your damn truck since you want to try to play somebody. And that's exactly what the fuck she did. She drove off in that truck. He out there who screaming at her, and she still driving off. Child, a hot trailer park mess. Well, he goes inside, and Bonnie's sitting there on that couch because she thinking about what she just seen and the fact that this nigga just ain't gonna never change. He wants her car keys. Talking about she done rolled off with his load. She said she took both of your loads from what I see. She said, so that's what we doing now? We taking advantage of my drug addicted sister? He didn't give two fucks about that. All he care about is getting them people dug and truck bag before problems come along. So she was like, you know, I gave you a chance to let you come back up in here. It only like nothing gonna change with you. So what you got to do is you gonna have to kick rocks, my nigga. You got to go. He said, give me them keys. She said, you're not getting my keys and get out of my house. He get to trying to wrestle with her to take her keys, picking her all up, but he forgot Matt is back there. And Matt ain't been asleep, child. He done seen it all and heard it all. He come out that back with that gun pointed at him. And baby, he let her go. But I see he ain't getting no balls until she's standing in between them at a far enough distance and talking that boy down from shooting him. Talking about, what you gonna do with that? You gonna shoot me? She told him, get your ass up out of here. Get your shiftless ass out of here and do not return. And he had to do that, child. These people have to change. Southern white trailer park trash at its finest. And I was here for it all, okay? Now let's go back to Washington, because Anna's still standing outside that boy. It done dawned on her, child, I ain't take this offer and I ain't got nowhere to go. So she tell old boy, because he come out, John, I gone on go to the apartment with you and had a drink. She there guzzling the drinks down. Meanwhile, he was cool, but he asked too many motherfucking questions because he kept on talking about her job and the president, because a report had came out earlier that the president would come down with the flu. Okay? So he trying to find out what he can find out. I ain't know why he was doing that, but he was doing it. And then he was joking with her. Now, she done been called a hoe so many times in the last couple of hours. She's sensitive to any whole possible jokes, okay? So when he said, was she a working girl, and said he ain't have but $100, she got all in her feelings and getting ready to walk out like she got somewhere to go. He said, girl, I'm just joking with you. He said, look, you don't have to leave. You can spend the night, and I promise you I'm going to make my mother proud, because I'm going to allow you to stay here, and I ain't going to make no pass at you. And she realized she had nowhere to go, so she took that off and set her ass down and got out of her motherfucking lily white feelings, okay? Now, let's switch back to Alabama, because we at Brody's house now. His dad is having one of them moments where he not in his right head. He done came in Brody's room with a shotgun and actually shot, but didn't shoot Brody. He shot the pillow next to Brody, talking about where his wife is and calling him Jesse. He had to bring his daddy back by reminding him that he's Brody, not Jesse, and that the mother was gone. Daddy kind of faded back a little bit. He's upset. In his right mind, he know what's going on, but he can't stop it. He can't control it. He upset, saying he don't want to be no burden on him. He said he hated having to take care of their mama. I don't know if he hated her or hated seeing her in death, near death. But Brody is telling him, but you stayed and you took good care of her. He said, yeah, I gave her pills. That's what I did do. I gave her damn pills. And so he's like, what do you mean you gave him your pills? He fades back into that foggy world where all he know is things ain't right for him. Meanwhile, this boy is still trying to figure out what the fuck is going on. Did my daddy just tell me he killed my mama? And that's what we want to know too. Child of miss. He get his daddy back in the bed though. Ain't nobody get hurt. But the question remains: did you do a mercy killing like Dr. Kevorkian and just helped her out of her situation when she got really bad because you didn't want to see her in pain, or did you do it because you just didn't like her? I don't know. Okay. Now let's go back to Cutie Pie John's house, because it's the next morning or late that night. He gets a call from his boss waking him up saying, hey, you need to turn TV on. It's breaking news, motherfucker, breaking news. And we need to get on it. And when he turned the TV on, hang up with the boss, he see a report about the president had been taken to the hospital for our parents' heart attack the night before. And in that report, they say that he was last seen with an aide. And they put Annabelle's picture up on their screen. Baby, he saw that picture. He hurried up, got back on that phone with his boss. He said, you ain't gonna believe it. You ain't gonna believe it. Child, we got this one. I think this gonna be a home run for us, honey. Because the woman that was last seen with the president happens to be laying on my couch sleep right now. Child, he excited. He hung up with the damn whoever he called, child, his boss and them people, and he's sitting there, he's looking over there at her talking about, Lord, this girl is going to help me win a Pulitzer Prize for this. So now he finna play her in any way that he feel that he needs to be able to get the story of the century. Okay, and that's where it cut off at. Y'all, I know a lot of y'all probably, didn't watch it or whatever, and because it's a Tyler Perry production, sometimes you just feel like he give you enough of what he give us on Wednesday, on Tuesday nights and things of that nature. But as a fellow New Orleans and a very big supporter of Tyler Perry, I'm very patient with his writing. I know God is not through with him yet. He is going to really get better with this craft. It just take enough people and believing in him in time. He'll get better. He'll be on Mother O level with the green leaf and the queen sugars and things like that. So just be patient and check it out. It comes on Monday nights on TLC at 8 o'clock Central Standard Time. Check your local listings for the time in your area, okay? With that being said, that's all I got. Yet another long video. I'm going to go ahead and upload last week have-nots after this, and then I'm going to be done. I'll see you guys back tomorrow for tonight's episode of have-nots and my thoughts on this Tamar and Vince shit. Because, baby, I got something to say. I'm going to say it tomorrow because I'm kind of getting tired of talking. I got enough to do one more review, and then that's it for today. In the meantime, in between time, please like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you guys back down here tomorrow for the next video. Peace.